Have you been looking for a trusted long-term storable food company? We have a solution for you. Simply Clean Foods is dedicated to providing the best quality food you can buy next to fresh from a farmer's market. Our line of resealable fruits, vegetables, and meats are suitable for everyday use, and you won't have to worry about throwing away valuable groceries ever again. Our food is completely GMO-free, and our stringent quality controls, plus testing for heavy metals, makes us unique in the storable foods market. Simply Clean Foods' primary focus is to bring clean food to people all around the world and change the way we look at freeze-dried food in our daily cooking. When you purchase from simplycleanfoods.net, not only will you be receiving high-quality food, but you will also be supporting veterans in need across the country and those who are affected by natural disasters. Right now, Amazon Prime members will receive fast 2-day shipping. Go to simplycleanfoods.net. That's simplycleanfoods.net. But do it today.
Hi, everybody. It's Mike Kerr, and this is Your Future in America. Today on the show, we have a dear friend of ours who's been at all the Here of the Watchmen conferences, who's going to talk to you about the supply chain issue and what it means regarding our food supply. He's an expert in all of that. He's a veteran. Welcome to the show, Chance.
Brother Mike, thank you for having me on. It's always a pleasure. Listen, yeah, we talked before the show a little bit about the supply chain issues, and this is something that is not only important, but this affects us every single day. We have now received some numbers over the past 12 months. 80,000 truck drivers have quit. 80,000 truck drivers. Now, this has something to do with, of course, this pandemic, but also new regulations that have been placed upon these drivers, as far, especially in California, as far as environmental issues in their vehicles. So it is unfortunate. Most of your listeners probably have already noticed in their local grocery stores and chains, the store shelves, if they're not empty, many of the products that they're used to buying every single day are missing. And I think, brother, I think things are going to get worse before they get better, because I don't see anyone doing anything about this in order to make this happen. And the second part of that story is, of course, if you look at the Port of Long Beach in California, they just did an estimate of how many containers are in the port stacked up. Close to 500,000 containers. There is no room to bring any other containers on board until they get these truck drivers to move these containers out. Now, this affects Christmas. This affects your local goods and products that are being distributed all over this country. And it is a problem, Mike. It truly is a problem.
Well, Chance, I mean, if you look at it, you've been in the import business for years, and you used to do American Survival Wholesale. Now you are Simply Clean Foods. But, when you used to ship from overseas to here, the price of a container to ship it over here was like $2,000. Today, it's $20,000.
That's right.
As a businessman, what would that do to your business?
So understanding that, when you fill a container, you're dividing the products that you're shipping in that container by the cost of shipping that container from point A to point B. So, and let's use your example. So we're bringing in, let's say, 10 pallets of product. I'm going to divide that cost by $2,000 just 5 years ago. Now I've got to divide that cost by $20,000. And that's if you receive your container. We were very blessed, and we were very fortunate to see some of this coming, thanks to some intel that we had received from some of our vendors. We were preparing back in January of 2020. Mike, we were bringing in 4 or 5 pallets of products that we would normally only bring 1. So we are stocked, we are busy, but you know what? We have enough food to get us through and to help as many people as possible. And that's all that really matters. But for the average guy out there, if you're not doing what you need to do as far as food and water, etc., you might find yourself in a situation where you need to now count on the government to help you out. And in my time in the military and other stories that you're aware of, sometimes you don't want to do that, right? Look at Katrina. You don't want to talk. You don't want to count on the government, FEMA, to help you out of a situation. You want to be prepared. You want to do what's right for you and your family right now.
Well, you know, Chance, I mean, you're in the food business. How do you see what's going on now? We've talked about container ships, but how do you see what's going on affecting the shelves in the grocery stores?
So understanding, Mike, that your average store, let's take Vons, Safeway, Kroger, Albertsons, any of the big box chain stores. It is different from when you and I and many of your listeners grew up where they had a stock room. They had a back room back there where if they ran out of product, they could just stock the shelves. That does not exist anymore, brother. I can tell you, I've been in the back of these stores. I know. They now operate on a 72-hour contingency. So if there's a run, and there has been lately, on specific products, you're done. You're done. And that's if the trucks are running. So you better get what you can get now. That's the theory behind a lot of the preppers out there. They're trying to stock up, and these store shelves are empty. So again, brother, I don't see this getting any better in the very near future unless this current administration makes some hard changes to their current policy.
Well, that's a pipe dream. But I mean, if you look at what's going on with the Biden administration right now, I guess you'd say nothing. I mean, because, you know, in California, they're stopping trucks from coming in because they don't meet the emission standards.
Right.
There are trucks that have stopped all across the country because of the drivers can't supply the correct papers. And so our whole economy and our supply chain is being absolutely crippled right now. And I think we need to get prepared for it to last for some time. I mean, what would be the solution in your mind to this problem? Would it be to bring in the National Guard?
You know, that's already been discussed. That's actually on the table. They're saying right now to bring in the National Guard as drivers to start moving containers to get the ports clear. However, I got to tell you, an experienced truck driver, you've been around many in your time, I'm sure, you just can't fill those shoes that easily, right? The National Guard's not going to be able to come in and do the same job that these drivers do every single day, right? I can't even imagine what that looks like. Helter skelter, I would think, in many of the major grocery stores. So I don't know if that's the answer. I think maybe we need to look at regulations, lifting some of these restrictions temporarily, at least, to get these containers moving, and then incentives, brother. We need incentives to get these truck drivers. Again, 80,000 have left their careers, to get them back on the road or hire new trained drivers to get them delivering these goods and products that we need so desperately. But until then, you know, things don't happen overnight, Mike. So if they're listening to this show, that's not going to be fixed tomorrow. So what do we need to do now? Well, it's pretty simple. Stock up 6 months worth of water, 6 months worth of food. Make sure that you have enough batteries. Make sure that you have a way to heat your food if the power goes out. Just do what you need to do now, so that when that time comes, you don't find yourself a statistic or a liability.
Yeah, I mean, amen, Chance. I mean, you know, folks, it's Jamie Walden and I talk about this a lot on our show. The fact that, you know, once the proverbial hits the fan, it's too late to prepare. It's done. You're toast. So you want to get out there and you want to get yourself educated as well on what to get. I'm telling you, don't go out and buy a pallet of flour and rice, okay? Prepare correctly and do it with a plan. And if you don't know how to do that plan, you can talk to someone like Chance at Simply Clean Foods. Chance, your email address at Simply Clean Foods is what?
Simply Clean Foods, plural, at chef, like a cook.net. Simply Clean Foods at chef.net. Feel free to send us an email. I promise you we'll try to get back to you as soon as we can. Folks, I do have to say we are busy. We're very, very busy. So as of right now, even if you were to place an order today, it would not be shipped for about 9 business days. That's actually pretty quick in our industry due to what's going on, but it's about 9 business days. Our team here is working so hard to get the job done. And as you know, Mike, these are all great. These are all veterans. They're really goal oriented and they work great as a team. And so I salute them. I salute our team here for working as hard as they do to get the job done.
Well, and it's great that you a veteran-owned business hiring veterans. It's a good deal. So listen, folks, go to hearthewatchmen.com and you will find a link to Simply Clean Foods. You just scroll down, you'll see a big banner for Simply Clean Foods. Click that, and when you place your order, just enter, what's the code?
HTW. Yeah, Hear the Watchmen. Capital H, capital T, capital W. That's not only going to help your ministry, but also we'll give you a little discount off your order as well. And so, yeah, use the coupon code HTW when you check out.
Well, listen, Chance, I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy day today to join us here on the show. And we're going to have Chance back from time to time to give us updates on what's going on out there. But get over there to hearthewatchmen.com, click the banner with Simply Clean Foods, and talk to Chance. Drop Chance an email. He'll respond to you about how you prepare depending upon how big your family is and what your needs are. But don't wait.